Thank you, ladies. We'll look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Drive carefully.
Thank
You don't have to do the detour.
Yeah.
Moving on, item 4B, report regarding the status of emergency groundwater well projects and completion status, grant funding, and expenses related to each well. Any public comment? And what I have here is pages 29, 30, 31, and 30 through 29 through 33.
That's all I have.
Any public comment?
Sure.
Come on up, Les.
It'd be nice to know what you were going to be talking about, but I've always got a comment on these wells because it's kind of exciting.
It is.
Very.
Just a sidelight, hell, we got people working with them, maybe it won't cost us so much money, not worried about extra money.
It is.
Very.
Just a sidelight, hell, we got people working with them, maybe it won't cost us so much money, not worried about extra money. If you guys are going to talk about this,
Thank you.
okay, if you're going to be talking about this, okay, this does not answer my questions. This is taking one well and answering the question on one well. It doesn't go anywhere about talking about why are the numbers exactly the same. We're going to have well number 6 and we switched them over and made the costs come out the same and the revenue come out the same. And why USDA is ignoring us or doing something, I don't know what they're doing. All that kind of stuff is not answered in this package, okay? And so since I don't know what we're going to talk about, I can't ask any other questions.
Thank you, Les. Any other public comment?
Yeah, as long as we're talking about the wells, I'm really confused. I've gone over our policies and our records, and I see nowhere, anywhere, where we talk about groundwater substitution for surface water transfers of Merced River water. Now, we've been doing it for coming on 35 years. Shouldn't there be something in there somewhere, especially since it's tied in to this grant money and the wells that were created to make that alternate source? Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay. I gotta go out of the car. Okay. He needs to run out to his car and get some medication. Why don't we give him just a minute so we can keep the conversation? We'll just stop for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Socks.
Okay. Okay. He needs to run out to his car and get some medication. Why don't we give him just a minute so we can keep the conversation? We'll just stop for a couple minutes.
Okay.
You forgot your socks. Russ?
Thanks. Good.
Which is not unusual. I was actually going to come down, and I went to work here a little bit late, and I went, what? These are old, but they're my favorite. They're really straight. They're signed by him somewhere. I love the column. I just not noticed. Yeah, I did for a couple of meetings, but by the time I got home and I did a couple of things, I sat down and turned on.
I don't know.
I think psychological. Yeah, basically. But they voted it in.
When did you first heard
They're
it?
going to pass it, and they passed it. I'm glad. Did you want to sit down?
Okay, we are ready to go back. Pete, go ahead.
Right, I grabbed the short brownie, a mouthful. Add to the materials that was in the agenda, page 29 and forward. This document, it's got a little bit of green on it that was passed out and available to the public, which is
It's not in your packet, it was
right.
a separate one.
It's a separate document.
Table.
Could you grab me one too, please?
Basically, I'm not going to focus on any one of these particular documents more than the other, unless until the board gets a chance to ask the questions. But we have miles and stacks of documentation on these wells that we've accumulated over the last few years. Just to let you know what this is, this just goes by vendor, by contractor, and lists the total amount that they were paid, who they're being, what the, which agency is reimbursing us for those expenses, and a basic description of the work that they performed. The purpose of presenting this is just to show you that we had a dozen or so contractors that were under our direction, and we were acting as general contractor for this well. Usually it's the district having plans and specifications prepared in advance. You go out to bid, and the contractor that you award the contract to hires the Aqua Sierra, the Dugan Electric, the Canapa and Sons, or whoever the primary contractor is, goes out and has a negotiated deal with these subs. And the quality of their work is under the management responsibility of the prime contractor. That leaves the district with one person, one entity to deal with. You know, if a subcontractor doesn't perform, it's the primary contractor that doesn't get paid. In this particular case, we managed each one of these people individually. So it was a lot of work to do it that way. And we, at the time, we didn't have the luxury to step back and award it to a single contractor just because of the emergency that we were dealing with. So.
And this includes the 2 wells that we didn't use.
Yes. Yeah. The other document starting on page 29, that is simply, page 29 is simply just showing the progression over time of the changes to the cost of well number 5. That has been called into question, and it was also requested by USDA because they're the ones who are ultimately providing a good chunk of the funding for well number 5. So this was just to give you an example of another piece of documentation of things that we have to produce on an ongoing basis to explain the changes in the project budget. The document that starts on page 30 is the document that's been in the past couple of packets. This was through January. Wes made a statement about expenses from Kennedy Jinks, and that's true. That is some engineering expenses that we have not paid at this point. They may have, the check may get cut this week because I held it to as a tool to get some work done, get some certain things accomplished that needed to be done, and that was the relationship that I have with that consulting firm. Unfortunately, holding $70-some odd thousand for a period of time can get to be a little bit painful for a consultant. But also, it helped to make sure that we got the work produced that we needed, because part of what we're trying to accomplish is to get a box of documentation to USDA to meet their letter of conditions. USDA has a variety of conditions, everything from contracting requirements to notifications, to plans and specifications and preliminary engineering reports, to environmental documents, to